Welcome to the GXDP700 training video on positioning for acquiring optimum 3D images. It's important to familiarize yourself with the various parts of the system. Included are the rotating unit, column controls, touchscreen, easy position items such as chin support and bite guide, head supports, hand grips, and positioning lasers. Finally, the exposure trigger, which either may be a handheld device or wall unit. The column control has buttons for patient in, laser alignment lights, carriage up and down, anterior-posterior movement, chin rest up and down, and finally a reset button. The touchscreen selections include body size, volume size, scan resolution, milliamp control, Perfect Scout and Perfect Scout target locator, as well as a no-dose simulation. Displayed are system status and dose information. Taking 3D images. Set up the acquisition from within your imaging software. Prepare the system. Press the patient positioning button to rotate the unit to the patient in position. Slide the chin rest onto the support holder, then place the chin support into the chin rest. Place a barrier on the chin support. Open the head support by turning the knob, then pull the head support assembly fully forward. Pressing the black button on the head support allows up and down movement. Pressing both white buttons on the side of the head support allow back and forth movement. Place barriers on the head supports. Ensure that the 3D tab is selected, then select patient size. Next, select the scan size needed to capture your area of interest. The Focus View Field of View, a 4 cm diameter by 6 cm height, or the optional Focus View EV size, which extends the diameter to 8 cm with the same 6 cm height on equipped units. Then select Scan Resolution, either standard or high resolution. Prepare the patient. Ask the patient to remove any glasses, false teeth, jewelry, hair clips, and pins. Place a protective lead apron over the patient's shoulders. Press the up-down buttons on the column to adjust the height of the rotating unit so that it is slightly higher than the patient's chin. Ask the patient to step into the unit and grasp the hand grips. Ask the patient to rest his or her chin on the chin rest and against the chin support. Have the patient take a couple of steps forward to create a slight tilt to the spine position, ensuring shoulder clearance with the rotating unit. Press the laser button to initiate the laser alignment lights. For mid-sagittal placement, verify that the patient's head is not tilted or turned to one side. For 3D scan horizontal placement, use the up and down buttons to bring the patient's occlusal plane parallel to the laser, and ensure that the upper and lower margins of the field of view are where needed for the areas of interest. Carefully push the head support towards the patient. Rotate the head support knob clockwise to close the temple supports, so that they gently but firmly grip the patient's head. Initiate Perfect Scout. Target the area of interest. Check that the patient has not moved and is still in the correct position. During scout capture, patient should remain still for the duration of the scan. Looking at a fixed point in the mirror will help them remain still for the duration of the scout exposure. Move at least 7 feet away from the unit and protect yourself from radiation. Make sure that you can see and hear the patient during the exposure. Press and hold down the exposure button for the duration of the exposure. The rotating unit will move around the patient's head and then stop. When the rotating stops, the scout exposure has been taken. Use Perfect Scout to preview the image. If needed, another scout image may be taken. To make fine-tuning adjustments to the position of the area of interest, use the arrow keys on the left to make side-to-side adjustments, and the keys to the right for anterior-posterior adjustments. If needed, another scout image may be taken by pressing the Perfect Scout button and repeating the process. Initiate Image Capture. Check that the patient has not moved and is still in the correct position. Ask the patient to swallow and remain still for the duration of the scan. Again, move at least 6.5 feet away from the unit to protect yourself from radiation. Make sure that you can see and hear the patient during the exposure. After the exposure, release the head support and assist the patient in getting out of the unit. Follow the instructions in the manual for decontamination of system parts. For more information on proper positioning and usage of the GXDP700, please consult the user manual. Thank you for watching, and please visit www.gendex.com for more Gendex instructional videos.